All right. Welcome back to Inside the Line. This week we take on episode 116, Fears. I remember duct taping that camera to the car. I know we slid it underneath the house, but then we, I think, built the other section, the actual underneath of the house on stage. I think we used a lipstick cam, but I can't remember for certain. So once we get into it, maybe it'll jog my memory. But without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 116, Fears. All right, here we go. Here we go. And let's get into it.
What am I most afraid of? Let's see.
Global warming. I'm getting a B.
The phone ringing in the middle of the night.
That I'm too much of a perfectionist.
Starting with interviews.
Honey, this isn't a job interview.
Oh, man.
We did that a lot early, but I don't think we did that very much in
interviews.
later seasons.
Nothing.
Yeah, right. What about the pigeons?
Oh, I don't like them. They're shifty.
They're shifty.
Losing Mitchell.
Oh.
Also, he was scared when growing up of the Russians.
bedspreads.
I remember that.
Never getting my driver's license. Or getting one and the picture sucks.
Ooh, her eyes look weird there.
Dying alone.
There you go.
Oh,
Dying
Anna,
alone.
sweetie, did you find your
Mom,
shoes?
please not today.
I just want to know if you found your shoes.
Why are you hounding me? I'm freaking out right now.
You need to relax. It's just a driver's test.
It's my third driver's test, and if I fail again, I have to wait 6 months to retake it. That's 6 more months of you driving me everywhere.
Oh,
And then
that's
I'm
a
like,
good
there's no
snap
way I'm
touch.
wearing that. And she was like, well, if
Like?
you don't wear it, then you can't play. And then I was like, well, you know what, that's
Like?
fine by
All right, so that was probably on a tow rig. Since you see cars behind us, we have to be out on the freeway, so that's always on a tow rig. If we're in a neighborhood, once in a long while, we'll just set the car, or we're in a driveway or someplace that's safe and controlled. We can set the cameras on there and have the actors, if it's a backup scene or a go forward scene, you don't need to be on a tow rig so much for that. Everything else, you need to be on a tow rig, which is a truck with a long bed that's very wide. You put the car on, set up the lights on the outside, set up 4 cameras usually on it, and then we shoot it as we get out and drive around the neighborhoods. These cars in the back are actually probably our cars as well. You hire cars to follow so that other cars don't get up on the back of there and try to ruin the shot or get angry because being on a tow rig is slow and a lot of cars are trying to get to work and get to places and you're inconveniencing them, and you do feel bad. Well, you don't feel bad, but you understand why they'd be angry. I'd be angry too. So we get our own cars to kind of protect that area so that we have our own vehicles behind us so that nothing can happen.
me. And then she was like, well, if you don't play, then Mom! Mom, stop saying like all the time. Embarrassing me! Stop it!
Shaking. You can tell we're shaking the wheel, nothing's happening. The car's not moving.
Me.
I don't even know why we're doing this.
Because what if Lily gets sick and there's a Tamiflu
Nope, no tears on Lily. That's a
Who
good
do you
day.
think's gonna get that medicine? The patient she likes, that's who.
Oh, maybe if you bake her a cake, she'll give us free x-rays.
It's all about making connections. Why do you think the dentist gives me all that free stuff?
Because he's a huge queen and he has a big crush on you.
Really? Do you think so?
Mom, I have a fever.
Oh,
Come here, and I feel
wait.
Oh,
Is
I
this
don't want
it?
to get you sick. It could be fake.
Is this it? All right. So let's do a little of this. You may have seen Al Bundy reads the same paper for 20 years. And it's a picture of Ed as Jay reading this paper, and then he'll have a picture of Ed as Al Bundy reading the same paper, and you can tell it's this paper right here. How does this happen? Is this bad on me? No. So what happens is you order the same papers from the same couple places. All prop masters do it. You can order it from ISS. You can order it from Earl Hayes Press, which is probably where this is from. I believe that's where this one is from. And a couple of other places, but those are the big ones that you use. And so you just call in, and when you're putting in an order, you say, hey, so need 3 papers. Like, my boss will ask me, "Hey, what do we need?" I was like, "Our papers are a little ratty," because after a while, you use them 3 or 4 times, you're folding them over and stuff like that. They start to tear a little. They start to not look as good, so you just buy new papers. And so you put the order in, and they'll send you 3 or 4 papers that they have generated. Now, they probably have maybe 10 or 20, maybe 30. I can't tell you, but not a super a lot that they have in their stock, and they just send you the random ones and you take them. Well, this is a money-making venture for them. This is something that they've made and they don't have to touch again. And so they, these companies don't really make new papers all the time. They just keep using the same ones that they have the files for and print them over and over again. So that's how this happened. The prop master in the 80s and 90s ordered that paper. Somebody put it in their hands, and then 20 years later, I need a paper for Jay. We've ordered it from Earl Hayes Press. I go in, grab the paper, put it in his hands, and surprise, some eagle eye finds it to be the same paper, and that's how it happens. And so, there's not a lot of turnovers in these papers, and sometimes you're going to get crossover. Now, if he was reading the same paper in the same show, that's a problem on me. So if you see this paper here again, like in season 5 episode, then that's on me. But again, that one I probably I know for a fact you're not going to see this paper again, because you'll also see, if you look it up, another meme of actually Ed with an iPad with the story on there that our creator, executive producer Steve Levitan took, because Steve's looks at me one day after this episode aired and said, "Hey, how did this happen?" I was like, so I explained it to him. We just ordered these papers. Somebody else ordered that paper 20 years ago, and whatever company used it doesn't change their stock. So we got that paper. He's like, "Well, we should probably take it out of our stock," and I did. So you won't ever see that paper again. So, but that's a long-winded story of how that meme happened.
Fatal.
And by all means, stand next to me.
Let me feel you. Lily looks great.
Do you think so? Shouldn't she?
All
have
right,
more
so
teeth?
look
I
at
see
me
these
adding
kids running around
strawberries to the
fucking like
mimosas.
sharks.
Don't worry. She's perfect. Aren't you, Lily?
Uh-oh, she's holding back
Calm
tears,
she is
though.
with you.
Look.
She's usually very fidgety around new people.
Well, I just think she senses you're going to be a good friend for her during good times and flu season.
Mommy.
Oh.
Did she just say?
All right, so we had to add that.
Well,
So we had to add that digitally. So if you went back and looked at it, you would see it's not awful. It's certainly very good for 2010, 2009, 2010. When we shot this, we make Lily's mouth move to say the word mommy, because she, obviously did not do that. I don't know who did. I don't know if we tried to get her saying mommy and we just I'm not sure, or if we paid an actor to say that word. I can't remember. But if I remember correctly, it wasn't. Oh no, I remember. I know how she learned the word. That okay, now it makes sense how she learned the word. That's what's going
her
on.
first word was every gay father's worst nightmare.
Mommy.
Oh Jesus! In front of the windows again. There's an interview in front of the windows.
Jay.
We stopped that
I
early.
want to meet it, but I know that man is sad because he's missing the party. Why don't we take him somewhere to...
I like that person.
See how much better
All
this
right, there
is?
we are.
The truck goes in.
So I taped most of that on there, obviously, and then I gave them 2 or 3 pieces of duct tape that they could put on. When you're using duct tape or taping down things, what you do is you take the piece of duct tape and you stretch it out to whatever size piece you need. Over here, thank you. Yeah, all right. Yeah, whatever. All right. And then whatever size piece you need, you then cut a smaller piece and put it on that middle portion. So only the ends are sticky. So when he put that piece over top, the whole thing wasn't going to stick. Only the ends were going to stick. So when my reset comes up, I just grab that piece, rip it off, hand it back to him. Because if that whole thing was sticky and he slid it on and really patted it on there, it would be, duct tape's not super bad, but sometimes it can rip off the other tape job that you just did, and it's going to take you a longer reset, and it's a pain to get that off, especially if something happens and there's a flub, and I have to go back and reset it on the roll, which meaning when they say reset on the roll means the cameras don't cut. It means I go in there, fix whatever the reset is, and then I leave, and we either pick it up from that point or we start over from the top. But that's the trick. You're going to see that on a couple of things. You're going to see that on duct tape, but the other place that you see it is I worked on a TV show called Dexter, and when you're taping somebody down on his kill table, you did the same thing only with clear tape. So you would take the clear tape and you would grab a long piece of it, probably at least 6 to 8 feet, and then you would take another piece of it that was 6 to 8 feet as well, whatever that length was, and then you would lay it down on top of it and put the two sticky sides together, leaving the ends open so that the ends would stick. And that is what you'll see also on Dexter's kill table. So that's how you did the duct tape.
It gets video, and then we get a preview of whatever's in there. How ingenious is that, huh?
Are you too scared to go in?
Why would you say that?
Well, when you stuck your head in, you screamed a little.
I told you that was the house settling. Besides,
The
this
house
is so
settling.
much cooler. This is how NASA does it. Now hand me the itty bitty booklight. Yeah. Final piece of the puzzle. Blast off.
Hey, Dad,
Yep.
how are you supposed to steer if you don't know where you're going?
Stay in the present, buddy. Gotta do it by feel. Gotta get all Jedi on it.
Jedi on it. All right, so good footage.
Did you just lose my truck?
No.
You just lost my truck.
No, I didn't.
That was my truck. Grandpa just gave it to me.
I told you to stay in the present.
Stop yelling.
This is friends. Truce.
Yeah, sorry.
That was all Nolan, by the way. That right there, that ending, truce, was 100% a Nolan ad. It's well documented that Nolan was in Mensa and a genius kid. But when you rank our actors, Nolan was, as far as improv goes, was in the top half of that. The kid was a fantastic improver. Still is, by the way. But those early years, he would surprise us all the time with his improvs that were just absolutely brilliant and absolutely Luke. Yeah, Nolan is excellent at it, and he was probably even top 3 in those early years of how good his improv was. As you see, I believe it was a lipstick camera that no, it wasn't a lipstick camera. We built that on set, that underneath looking, throw dirt down, throw fake columns up, and then it might have been a lipstick camera on a pole that we would walk around and then bump it into. I don't think it was Trey using his. Yeah, I don't think it was Trey using the handheld. I'm pretty sure it was like a lipstick type camera that we walked around and did it, and bumped into things and did that scene. But that was on stage.
Clown.
All right, so yeah, you strap 2 cameras to a roller coaster, and you find background players who don't mind being on the roller coaster 3, 4, 5 times, because that's what's going to happen. You're going to do at least 2 takes, probably, if not 3 takes of them. And you put the camera on, you hit record, and then you send them off. And that's how you record these shots. They actually ride the roller coaster and you take the footage. I remember it was a great day because I like being on the pier. There's good food for me to eat. There's coffee to have, There's not a lot for me to do in this scene, you know, I'll watch a couple of rings on our cast, and that's that. So yeah, this was a good day. Background, I threw a couple of things in. You know, I had the fishing poles and I was working the purses, but all in all, I remember it's always nice just to be outside on the pier.
Tight spaces.
I always enjoyed it, at least.
Those are things you get over, but then there's our children. Will they fit in?
Yeah.
Will they be safe? Those are fears you never get past.
Got the camera out again.
So, sometimes all you can do is
With a little bit of the remnants
take a
of
deep
the.
breath, pull them close, and hope for the best.
I love that through line of the 3 deep breaths.
Eyes on the road.
Love you.
Eyes on the road. Oh God.
I mean, things
Yeah,
don't
Lily
always
almost
work
in
out.
tears again.
Oh, Cam, I think she wants her doll.
I don't know where it is.
The doll really didn't say that. Like, we were adding
When
that.
you squeeze the doll, it says mommy.
Did you know that
No clue.
the doll says mommy?
The doll says mommy.
The doll says mommy.
Mitchell wearing his glasses
But
was a
you gotta
nighttime
love
thing.
it when they do.
It was I put him on his, and when they're in the bedroom, I'll put him on the nightstand. But
Hey,
it was
Dad.
uniquely a
Mom says
nighttime
there's
thing
an
for
old
him.
trunk in the attic.
Oh yeah, my grandpa's old steamer trunk.
In this movie I saw, there was this old trunk, and there was a secret compartment, and when you opened it, there was a whole bunch of paintings by the world's greatest painters hidden in the war.
My grandpa was in the war.
Should we go up there?
Totally. It could also be diamonds.
Or a samurai sword?
Or the Declaration of Independence. You know, it almost doesn't even matter what's up there. What matters is what you do with the money from what's up there.
We could get a motorboat,
Or a robotic gutter cleaner.
or an indoor pool.
Or a
I think
two-man
we end up
submarine.
getting a robotic gutter cleaner later, if I remember correctly. We end up getting there is a gutter cleaner gag, or Phil's cleaning the gutters. I remember us outside cleaning gutters somehow. And I thought it was a gutter cleaner gag that went haywire and maybe killed a bird's nest. But that was later. Good episode, as always. It was fun to revisit this one. I didn't remember a lot of it. It was nice to see the stuff at the pier again and go through it. So thank you for hanging out with me. If you get a chance, if you find this up your alley, maybe think about hitting a like, hitting subscribe. It helps us out. And just lets me know that people are liking what I'm doing. But without any other ado for this, we will see each other soon. See ya.